you ever felt like this lately where your life just feels so overwhelming? Like there's too many things going on, too many opinions, too many choices, too many things that is competing for your attention. Sometimes it feels like you're trying to manage everything, and no matter how hard you try, there is always that feeling that something is missing. You feel mentally exhausted, disconnected from yourself, and unsure of what you actually want to do. If that sounds familiar, trust me, you are not alone. I was in the same position as well. I used to feel like I constantly need to fix my life with a new product, a new habit, a new routine, another piece of advice. And trust me, I consume so much content and listen to so many people's opinion that I stopped even questioning whether those thoughts and opinions were actually even mine. I would see someone online doing something and immediately think I want to do that same thing too. Before I knew it, I was trying to become 10 different people at the same time. Now, I'm not saying inspiration is a bad thing. We can learn a lot from other people, but somewhere in that process of self-improvement, many of us forget something important. This is our life, guys. We are supposed to be different. We are supposed to have different interests, different goals, different styles, different way of living. A world where everyone acts and thinks the same way, just imagine how boring it will be. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Growth Chapter. If you're new here, this channel is all about self-improvement, mindset, psychology, and rebranding our life that feels intentional and meaningful to us. Right now, we are in the middle of a life transformation series where every episode is built on a previous one, where we improve different areas of our life step by step. But each episode is also designed to stand on its own. So whether you have been watching every single episode or this is your first one, you will still gain some sort of a value and improve your life. Today, we are talking about something called minimalism, but probably not the kind that you're actually thinking right now. When most people hear minimalism, they imagine empty living room, owning only 10 pieces of clothes, getting rid of everything you own and living a bare minimum life. For a long time, trust me, I thought the same thing. But as I started simplifying my own life, I realized something important. Minimalism isn't about owning less, it's about being more intentional. Now for me, minimalism means owning things on purpose. It means buying things that I actually like rather than someone convincing me I need it. It's the collection of things that I want to have it. It means having items that serves me a purpose, things I know I will use, things I know I will be enjoying using, and the things that reflect who I am. It's about creating a collection of things that represent me instead of representing 10 different people I follow online. And once I understood that, I realized minimalism isn't really about possessions at all. It's about mindset, it's about clarity, it's about being intentional with your time, energy, system, habits, and decisions. This episode connects perfectly with our previous dopamine detox episode. In that episode, we talked about reducing stimulation, spending less time scrolling, and creating more space in your life. But there is something that I have learned: if all we do is remove distractions, eventually we will get bored. And when we get bored, we want to go back to our previous scrolling habit. That's why I think it's important to replace some of those consumption with self-reflection and self-discovery. The one exercise that has helped me tremendously is something I call a life simplification. All you need to do is have a notebook and a pen. Pick one category of your life. It could be beauty, fashion, food, relationship, finance, productivity, or anything else. Then keep narrowing it down until you reach the smallest manageable category inside it. Think it like a pyramid. If you choose fashion, let's say, maybe you narrow it down to clothes, then tops, then everyday tops. The goal is to be as specific as you can. And once you choose that category, start auditing it. Write down everything you know about it, about what you like. Why do you like it? why it actually works for you, what doesn't work about it. Are your choice based on your personal opinions or someone else's influence? The goal isn't perfection, the goal is to gain clarity. Right now, your brain is storing all the tiny 100 decisions and pieces of information. When you write those down, it frees up that mental space and makes it easier for you to stay aligned with yourself. Okay, I will give you my own personal example. I choose beauty category, then I broke it down into skincare. Now I have very sensitive dry skin and I started having acne too, so now I have acne prone skin. Over past 2 years, I had tried a lot of products and eventually I end up finding a simple routine that actually works for me. I have a simple face wash, moisturizer, sunscreen, lip balm, and body wash. I asked myself a simple question after that. If I run out of this product tomorrow, will I go and buy the exact same thing? If the answer was yes, I wrote it down. Then I wrote down why it works for me. Because my skin is sensitive, I prefer unscented, simple products, I don't enjoy complicated routine, and that's all I need to remember. So now whenever I see a new skincare trend going online, I don't feel pressure to buy it because I already know what works for me and why it works for me. Now, as I said, I don't enjoy complicated 10-step routines. It's hard for me to stick to. But if you're someone that loves 10-step routine and can easily be consistent with it, that's perfect. That is your basics and you can write those down. And the goal is to find our non-negotiable rather than focusing on certain numbers. It's finding something that is so basic that we can stick to on our tired, exhausted days, and we can actually think it's manageable rather than spending our constant time and energy just thinking about it and trying to stick to it. Now, what really fascinated me the most about this process is I got to know how much I was carrying in my head all around. By writing it down, I felt so much light and I had so much clarity. I spent less time second guessing myself and less time even chasing some random trends online. The more category of my life I simplify, the easier it becomes to stay true to myself and be authentic. So, here's your weekly challenge. Pick one category of your life and simplify it. Break it down into the smallest manageable sections and create your own personal guide. Write down what works for you, your non-negotiable, your preferences, the things that no longer align with the person you're becoming. And one important thing I mentioned earlier in this episode, use a simple notebook. The reason for it is super simple. If you use a random piece of paper, let's say, now you would eventually have to remember where you're capping it, or it's risk of losing it completely. And that adds more mental clutter, which is exactly what we are trying to remove from our life here. The whole purpose of this exercise is to create a space in your brain, not to add more things for it to keep track of. Remember, the goal isn't to restrict yourself. The goal is to remove unnecessary choices in decision making so you can focus and your energy on something that actually matters to you. Simplify your life isn't becoming someone else. It's about removing the noise so you can actually hear yourself. And if you made to the last part of this episode, I'm really grateful and thank you so much for listening to me today. And I really hope you enjoyed this episode and you learned something new. And if you think someone else in your life really needs to hear this, please share it with the people and give me in the comment that what is that one category of your life that you'll be working on this week. And I will see you in the next episode. Till then, bye.